Hello. If you're someone like me who spends a lot of time in IDEs like Cursor or VS Code, then you need to know all of these shortcuts because it will help you manage your windows, navigate through panes, find out what file or code base you need to reach very quickly. Then you need all of these shortcuts that I'm going to show you. Follow along. So the first ones I wanted to cover were in the higher level of things. So navigating the right windows and terminals and so on. The AI shortcuts also are very important, and in Cursor they've embedded it all over the place, and they've taken over the super key, which is Command K in VS Code, and replaced it to Command R just to give inline editing, and Command L for the chat agent from the side. This is also very important shortcut. And then if you want to go to the Finder menu, Command Shift E, and then if you want to collapse the sidebar to the left, Command B, something very handy. Then if you want to go into a focus state and switch to the Zen mode, Command R and Z, then it opens up in a full-on no distraction kind of view. Then double escape to come back again. If you want to switch workspaces, which will happen if you have a lot of code bases open like me, then Control W. That way you can find out which one you want to go to and then switch. We'll go into the code specific ones later. Now we can just look at more navigation and related shortcuts. I wanted to talk about code navigation a little bit. So Command T is to go find a symbol. It could be a variable, property, constant, class name, and so on. So Command T, so simple and easy. And then if you want to find out which part of the code base you were operating in previously, you need to do Control minus to go backward through your action history, and Control Shift minus to go forward. It doesn't have to be an edit that you're trying to navigate to. It can just be a part of the code where you just click. You need to go quickly to a line number, Control G. There might be an override if you have updated the Gemini in Chrome, but you can switch it off over there. So this shortcut is going to be controlled by Cursor. And then if you want to go to the definition of a function, wherever it's being called, then it is F12. So simple and easy. It's hard to miss. You can just remember it after using it for a couple of times. And then the important part, if you forget any shortcuts or don't know where to find them, always go to the command palette, which is Command Shift P, and then type for the shortcut name. I generally go for unconfigured shortcuts like delete duplicate lines with this Command Shift P, and then I type it in. Or if I have to open all the keyboard shortcuts, then I just type in keyboard shortcuts and then navigate to find out all of the things that are already configured by default or override them. So this is where you do it. And then if you want to switch between different files, Command P, and then you can just type the file name. So like so, and then you can just jump there. Another major point is the terminal navigation. So Command backtick will open up the terminal bar from the bottom like so. And if you want to open a new terminal,
Control Shift backtick.
So that's how you open a new terminal. If you want AI enabled commanding in the terminal, then you just do a Command K. Earlier it used to be a clear screen in the terminal in VS Code, so now they've overridden in Cursor. Split terminal is option clicking on the menu in the sidebar. That way you can just easily navigate through your terminals. So I'll share this workspace in Vilva too so that you can refer it. It helps me sometimes to go back, recollect when I forget. So if you want to kill the terminals, Command backspace after clicking them is just easier. That's about terminal navigation. Yeah, we can go in detail into the code navigation like fold, unfold, find, multi-cursor, huge productivity gains, much more smarter editing in another video. Yeah, this is it for now. If you like this content or want to know more productivity tips and AI's enhancements that can be leveraged in any dev or founder's life, then follow along for more. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.